Yo, what is up? We're back. I have a special guest doing some reactions with me today. My son Mike.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Let me turn this off. This is a piece I did in my backyard. It stayed in my backyard for a very long time, and my wife was not happy about it.
I was about to ask, is that still in the backyard? I thought it was cool.
No. I loved it. Yeah, she wanted it to be something more for the family or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something.
What does it say there now?
Archie.
No, like right now.
Right now, I think it says summer. It's supposed to be a summertime piece that I was going to use for a video that I did not get to record last year. But now I have to wait until it warms up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And
it's not summer anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be summer necessarily, but at least warm enough to have like a pool party, because that's what part of the video is about.
Right.
So, all right, we're going to get into, so you have listened to some Ren.
Yeah, just a little bit, not like anything crazy.
But you've never seen any videos?
Music videos, probably not.
All right.
Nothing I can remember.
Yeah, I think that if you'd seen one, you would remember, but we're going to go over, this is called The Tales. So this was 3 different songs that were released at different times.
Okay.
The first one was Jenny's Tale. And then they made a video of Jenny's Tale and Screech's Tale together.
Jenny's Tale, Screech. Oh, Jenny and Screech.
Yeah,
and then...
so it's Jenny's Tale, Screech's Tale, and then Violet's Tale.
Okay.
So they were like I just wanted to point out, they were released at separate times. They weren't released together, but they made a video of them together.
So is this all 3?
We're going to do 2 and then the third one.
For sure.
And the only thing I'll preference is that when he does these videos, almost all of his videos are some version of a one take where he's playing it live and recording it live, and they don't stop recording. Some of his videos, they stop to do like certain transitions, but for the most part, it's all one take. And he does them over and over and over and over and over again until he gets them right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if he messes up on like the 5th minute of the song, he's got to start all the way over again.
And then another like 5 times, you know?
Yeah. So I guess I don't remember which one it was. One of them, we might be watching it next. I want to say that they did it like 196 times, and then they used the 3rd take. So even if they don't mess up necessarily, but it's not like there's something in it that didn't make him happy, he'll redo it again.
He gave up at 196.
And it was, you know what? The best one was the first one. Let's go back. All right, let's go. Tale of Jenny and Tale of Screech. So you can see the cord is going into like, it's recording it straight into like probably like a little recording box or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you could usually see his mic too somewhere like on his lapel or whatever.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there was this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His His mates called him Screech, he was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware. Maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance at the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named. Sirens sounded in the...
I think that's a pretty good. What would you say? Because he's a rapper, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people call him different things. My favorite is there's a reactor named Black Pegasus that I'm friends with. Mm-hmm. Black Pegasus calls him the genre bender.
Okay.
Because he plays guitar, bass, piano, he sings, he does covers of like Nirvana, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Janis, like just anybody.
Right.
So he's got singing. This one is kind of like,
I thought it was more like almost like a reggae at the start.
Right. He does have there's a few songs that have a really nice reggae feel to them, like You'd Love Murderer. That's one of my favorite songs. But yeah, he raps, he sings in a rapping voice. Like it's really, really hard to define or like put him into a...
That's what I was just thinking, like, and then now it's kind of like, I don't know, almost when you like pause it right there, it kind of felt like it was gonna start to shift into something else, maybe like a little bit more rap or...
Yeah, so that's another thing he does too. What I've been so impressed by is he does a lot of, like, it's never boring because it's always changing, and he switches it, and he knows, like, he'll pause, like his pauses are perfect, and then he'll start like scatting in some... Do you know what scatting is?
No.
It's like where like a jazz artist will be like a boop beep bop bop boop boop boop. You know what I mean? Like, and he could just make it sound so dope. Kind of like he was doing it in the beginning. Start. Yeah, where he's going like boop, 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 like almost sound like a trumpet. Mm-hmm. And then in the next one, I believe in Screech's Tale, he does like some really good scatting right in the beginning as well.
Listens to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete. And he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Wait, did Jenny die or did she escape?
Well, she escaped her life.
Oh, so she died.
Yeah, so Screech tried to rob her. She didn't move because she was afraid, and so he stabbed her.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Screech is a dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's saying she escaped because, you know, she's walking these streets.
Mm-hmm. See what happens to Screech now.
And I don't know, have you ever heard Zach playing this before?
No.
So this is how I was introduced to Ren, was years ago. Zach is Mike's little brother, found this guy on the internet and asked us to get him a ukulele because he wanted to play these songs. And then he wanted a guitar, and then he wanted a bass, and then he wanted a piano. So he's just like, because of Ren, he's learning how to play music. and he could play all these songs like really, really good. Like he's really dope on them.
That was Zach's inspiration. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
So one of the things that I absolutely love about his songs is that when he's playing different characters, he's changing the way that he's playing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So now he's scared. He's playing as Screech and he's scared and he's like, dun, 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 dun. And then when he goes into like this narration part, it's like,
yeah, I like how it's also a different story. I like how it, like you said though, it's kind of like a different tune and like beat and how he's doing it, but it's also like, now that it's Screech's story, instead of being like a cold-blooded killer like he was in Jenny's story, he's like scared.
Right.
And I like how he says, when he said it at first, he's like, he disappears into the dark night like white snow. I was like, that doesn't really, but he's like almost like he's not going to be able to get away from like what he did, and he's scared about it, and he's trying to go to his friend's not there, and then whatever else is going to happen.
Yeah. And I mean, realistically, like if you were to murder some girl on the street, even if being caught by the cops wasn't like a concern, you're also never going to be able to escape the fact that you just killed some girl.
Killed somebody, yeah.
Down at number 54, no refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey babe, are you in? No, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
I like that.
So you're following now? The cops came and man, I love that part where, so I think in an interview, I heard him say that part was just improvised. They didn't really plan that part out, like making it sound like a gun.
The shots and him laying down.
Yeah, and then the cameraman laying down. It's so sick. It's very, very theatrical, right? Like very, you wouldn't see this in a different, like I've never seen this type of acting in a video.
Right.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. Two bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Oh, it might go right into Violet's tale as well. Oh, it does. Cool.
So what's Violet's connection to this? Is that...
So they all three came out, like I said, they came out pretty spread apart. Oh. So you got like Jenny's tale first, and then it just kind of ends with her dying.
But then it goes into Screech, so like where does Violet come into...
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We're about to find out.
Go ahead.
What do you think of that?
Dude, that's really good.
And then imagine like they can't mess this up now, like for the whole video,
Yeah.
or they have to start over again, and he's got to do that part again.
It almost sounds like it's about to be like a like at the start, like a superhero kind of like story.
Right.
It's just a beat.
See his mic.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains, she's our lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
So you got that. She's in the hospital. That was sick. He says like the rhythmic beats and bloodstained sheets, and in order to find out what happened to her, we have to rewind. So it's like a rewinding sound.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you of the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tight, but never left the room.
I don't want to interrupt it too many times, but I just love he does a lot of these videos in these like staircases and parking structures and basements to where, do you see how like the acoustics of it is?
Oh yeah, when he walks out in the hallway, you see,
you just hear all that reverb and echo.
16, a semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tight, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet.
I never noticed that part. But so what are you thinking right now?
That Violet's probably dead, but you know she's not.
Because she's in the hospital,
Yeah.
right? So, but he's, she's being abused by her boyfriend or whatever. But when he said we had to rewind it back, you see, he went like ding, 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 ding. Now, then they play that part, and now he goes ding, 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 ding. Like it's fast forwarding now.
Yeah, I almost like the now that I think about it, like at the start with the way he was using the guitar, it's almost like a monologue, like it's almost like because he's telling the story,
right?
You know what I mean? It's like, it sounds like he's about to go into this like epic tale and then the rewind and all the shifts and stuff. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I like she that. Stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington.
Where does he find these places? Like, he's just in like a shop. and just like nobody's there, and that back cool back alley in the last couple.
Yeah. This is all in Brighton. But what do you think happened right now? What are you thinking?
She's going into surgery, and I'm trying to recall back from the start. I'm trying to see if her baby might have, like, what happens to her baby.
Yeah, so we didn't know she was pregnant until right now. And he says, like, you know, if I'm going to go, please save my baby.
But we know that she's alive. That's why I'm, like, trying to think back at the beginning. Was there anything said that would indicate, like, if it did or not? But I don't remember.
Just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or miracle. It happened on these very streets. Two twins lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
So, those are her kids. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wait, what happens to Violet? Does she live from the whole encounter, or does she...
No, that's why he says right there, like...
It happened on these very streets. Two twins just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or miracle. It happened on these very streets. Two twins lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Yeah, so those are the kids, and then their tale about how Screech kills his sister.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's crazy, right?
And then it all ties back in. So this last one came out. It came out last, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really cool. Then I like how it sums it all up, especially because you go in like, who is Violet? You know?
Right. And I wonder too. I don't think I've heard him talk about it, like whether he had all three written out. You know what I mean? Or did he come up with this one and then he come up with this one, and then there was like, man, what could we do for a part 3? You know, it's Violet's Tale, and then make them sister and brother. You know what I mean?
I really like just the whole beat on it, like I was saying, like with the tale, and it's like this sums up the whole story, and then he treats it like that. He treats it like this is summing up this like epic tale, and
right.
When it gets dark, it's kind of like in a movie, you know, like when the bad part happens, like the beat kind of like
right
gets bad. Like, you don't see that in a lot of like rap or other kind of music. So I really like that he does that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's very rare for a song to be like a score, where like the emotions in the song change with the beat changing, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you caught it all. You caught a lot of the stuff that was in there. I mean, there's a lot of, you could watch this 1,000 times and you'll still pick up like, he's such a little like artistic, like perfectionist, like, oh, let's do this and let's make it to where this lighting is behind us. So when I'm pretending to be Screech, the music's harder, like there's more ugliness in the background, and then when he's doing Jenny, like it's prettier in the back. You know what I mean? Like he does like a lot of crazy stuff like that.
What would you say your favorite, like if you had to rank the 3? Because I know what I think, but like
well, it's hard because Violet's Tale, the beat to it, I'm using in a song.
Okay.
So like when that comes on, I just think of like my producer like making this beat for me and us talking about it and stuff. So like sentimentally, that one has the most. But Jenny's Tale, like the very first one, when Zach brought it to me, like that was kind of like a really cool bonding moment for me, and him introducing Ren to me and, you know, asking to, you know, playing it for me and stuff like that. So that one also has some sentimental value.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's actually, those both have a lot of sentimental value to them. I was gonna say actually that same thing. I would have to rewatch Jenny's Tale because I thought that was really good, but I thought maybe it's because Violet's was the last one and I really liked the chorus, but it's just like I think Violet's, and then Jenny's, and then Screech's. I probably got to go back and rewatch Screech's too, just because I got a little lost at the start. I think I just wasn't like, I think I was listening more to the guitar and less to the tail.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing that's very easy to do with his videos, because there's so much going on in them, and there's so much going on with the music. It's really hard to like process it all at one time. And I've seen that from multiple reactions, and watching these multiple times. You watch a reactor react to it, and like I said, with Black Pegasus, he brings guests on because he gets a lot of people into his studio, and he could show them the same video over like the next guest and then the next guest, and somebody will pick out something new, and then somebody will pick out something new, and you're just like, oh wow, I didn't even notice that part. So yeah, but I think that as a musician, that would be like a goal, you know, to make it interesting on the 10th and 11th and 12th watch, you know?
Right.
Because there's like movies that you could watch that maybe there's like a crazy twist in it, but then when you go to watch it the second time, you already know like everything that's going to happen, and now it's not that cool. I
mean, you even said like you're doing stuff with the Violet song, and you're like doing what did you say it was? Yeah,
my let me see if I can pull it up without taking too long.
Well, you basically said you're working a lot on it, and then you also said in the middle of the song, I never caught that. And it's like, how many times have you heard this song and you're still catching like all these new things?
Yeah. Yeah, I never caught that rewind and then the fast forward back to the present where she's back in the hospital again. That was really cool. I can't play. I don't want to play like my verse on it, but I'll let you hear like the beat that Vexo has made for this. Oh, it's going to start right away. All right, well, fuck it. Coming out the gate, product of my environment, living on Section 8, looking for entitlement, walls closing in. So you hear that?
Yeah, I like that beat. And
then the hook, he took a bunch of different, I think from 5 different songs, he took Ren singing and made it into where he's saying the hook. Haters out the frame. Long down in City, drinking and smoking. Down in 702. Down in City, drinking and smoking. Down in 702. That's pretty dope, huh?
Yeah.
Vexo's a genius with that. I told him about this song and this whole concept that I have for this, and I was gonna use one of his other beats, and he was like, I'm gonna make you something for this, and he came up with this. It's so insane. But yeah. Yo, thank you guys for watching. What do you think of Ren?
I think he's pretty good. I'd have to watch more. I want to hear like his raps, because that's like what he basically is. He's a rapper, right?
I would say that he's a rapper. I would say that he's a UK rapper, but also like I think he's just a musician. Like there's no way, because even I'm going to show you. I was going to show you High Ren next, but maybe you could just watch High Ren on your own, because High Ren is like, I feel like, you know, like there's like one hit wonders where like somebody just blows up off of one thing.
Yeah.
He's had like viral video, starting back with like Money Game 2. Like there was a verse in it. She sells by the seashore. Like, and it's like all this like money thing about the economics and stuff. And that kind of went viral. And then he kind of died down. And then Jenny's Tail, Screech's Tail, Violet's Tail kind of went viral. And then when he came out with High Ren, that one just blew him up.
Okay.
But I'll show you. There's another one that's a rap video that I have not reacted to because I've seen it before I started reacting. So we'll do Animal Flow next.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check that like, the subscribe, and leave a comment for me. Let me know what you guys think.